Before you sit down to polish off GTA 5's campaign or for that extended Wind Waker session, here's what everyone is talking about today. What puts the seemingly best of all controller worlds in your hands and looks like an owl? Valve's new controller. It looks like an owl. Have you seen it? In addition to Steam Machines and SteamOS, Valve is working on their own controller, which can be used with any version of Steam and not just the dedicated living room machines. Built over this past year, the Steam controller forgoes analog sticks in favor of two high-resolution circular trackpads for the player's thumbs. The pads can be clicked, which allows them to function as buttons as well. Valve says these trackpads are sensitive enough to allow entire genres of games that have until now been playable only with a keyboard and mouse to be playable with a controller, like strategy games, simulations, and other cursor-driven games. The linear resonant actuators attached to the pads are also capable of delivering a wide range of force and vibration, allowing precise control over frequency, amplitude, and direction of movement, and can function as speakers. The controller also includes 16 buttons and an HD touchscreen smack in the middle. It looks super weird, but it looks like Valve has put a lot of effort into building the Uber controller. The controller will also be a part of the hardware beta Valve is launching later this year for Steam machines. China will be ending its 13-year ban on video game consoles. Up until now, the country's gamers had computers and mobile devices, and soon they'll be getting their Xbox and PlayStation on as well. A newly established free trade zone in Shanghai will allow foreign companies that run production and sales in the zone to sell their hardware. A set of regulations from China's State Council will govern the experimental zone and help enforce protocol over the next 2 or 3 years. Hardware still has to be approved by the Ministry of Culture, though, before it can go on sale. So, any bets on who's going to ship first? Sony or Microsoft? Or Nintendo? Do ya? Grand Theft Auto 5's campaign is already old news, so you might want to get on that before GTA Online launches next week. Rockstar's Dan Houser told us that even in a world where multiplayer games attract large audiences, they still don't get audiences as big as single-player games. Barring, say, World of Warcraft, even big-time multiplayer affairs like Call of Duty have their significant single-player campaigns. But because Rockstar feels passionately about open-world games, they decided to make Grand Theft Auto Online and marry the best of both worlds. Roaming and creating experiences are things better shared with friends online, and Houser believes the open-world experience is what separates games from other media. Houser hopes that Grand Theft Auto Online will allow players to experience and enjoy the Grand Theft Auto universe in ways they haven't been able to before. And I'm not even going to ask if you're excited, because you are. Have you heard of publisher Apogee? Probably. Do you know the real story of Apogee? Probably not. You've heard of 3D Realms and Duke Nukem and John Romero and John Carmack, but do you know Scott Miller and George Broussard and the true tale of the Apogee business model? Our latest feature outlines the rise and eventual fall of Apogee and its major contributions to the game industry, including the popular shareware model of releasing part of a game for free and making players pay to get the rest. Miller is now snugly working with a scaled-down 3D Realms in Texas, and they're working on some new things, but still are very much committed to the old Apogee model. Read our story for the full picture. And that's it for the week. Now get off the internet and go play games. Go. Bye. But don't go outside. Don't go outside. Nothing out there. Birds. Squirrels. Squirrels are